I hate mosquitoes, so every time when it is mosquito season, I keep an eye out for new and better ways to get rid of them, both for hiking and in my everyday life. My favorite since a couple of years has been the MR300 from Thermacell. It is lightweight enough, easy enough to use and efficient enough, I would say, to get some peace in camp during the evenings or just on the porch at home. But for this year, I have a new device. It uses the same active ingredient, it uses the same size repellent mat, but it is a multifunctional device. And the one I'm talking about is the EMR10 from NITECORE. Do you need one? And is it worth your money? Well, let's find out. For fighting mosquitoes, I prefer portable devices like these, instead of DEET and other chemicals that you spray onto yourself or your clothes. My biggest problem is not while moving, but in camp when relaxing and cooking, and then it is good to have something that actually works. I know that the active ingredient is up for discussion, whether it is bad or not for the environment. And the one I'm talking about is D-Allethrin. What I understand, at least here in Europe, Thermacell changed the active ingredient from D-Allethrin to D-Allethrin a couple of years ago, and according to them, it is not as harmful to water-living organisms and insects in comparison. So good to hear also NITECORE uses the same. Now let's take a look at the EMR10 and what you get in the package. In the package, you obviously get the EMR10. Then you also get 10 repellent mats, a USB charging cord and some instructions. You also get 2 lithium-ion 21,700 batteries with a 12 hours runtime when fully charged. Now to the question, what is the EMR10? Well, according to NITECORE, it's a portable electronic multi-purpose repeller. Okay. Well, it is not as fancy as it sounds, but it has 3 intentions of use. Number 1 being as a mosquito repellent. Number 2 as an ultrasonic device sending out high frequency sounds. And the third one being as a power bank. Yep, you heard me right, as a power bank. So when not used as a repeller, you can charge your phone or other devices with it. The 2 included batteries give you a 10,000 milliamp power bank, and that is nice. The weight on this little thing is 303 grams, and that includes the batteries, and without them it weighs in at 161 grams. Not too bad if you think about that the world's lightest power bank, the MB10000, weighs in at 155 grams. The size is about 17 centimeters long, 6 centimeters wide and about 3 centimeters thick, and almost the same size as the MR300. Beside the 3 features that we will talk about in just a second, it also has a very nice OLED display. It will show you everything that you need to know, like battery status, runtime left and the mode that you're using it in. Now let's look into the first and most important feature, if you ask me, the mosquito repelling function. First thing you do, and while it is off, is to insert the repellent mat. To activate the repelling mode, you'll long press the button for repelling and the button will turn green. Long press again to turn off, and while on, pressing the button will activate the indoor or the outdoor mode. The indoor mode has an 11 feet of protection and the outdoor mode 16 feet of protection. Now when activated, the OLED display will show you the remaining time of protection, and when activated it takes about 8 to 10 minutes to reach the full effect, and 1 pad will last for about 6 hours. That means that 1 full charge of batteries will be good enough for 2 pads and give you 12 hours of protection, the exact same time that you will get from 1 butane bottles and 3 pads on the Thermacell MR300. The ultrasonic mode is used to repel other insects, mice, cockroaches, skunks and other small animals, and are activated the same way as the repelling function. Long press the ultrasonic button to turn it on. The button will turn green and the OLED will show you the remaining time in this mode. Long press to turn off. And it works over 20,000 megahertz, so humans barely hear it. And I can just confirm, I don't hear a thing. And one great thing, both the ultrasonic and the mosquito repelling function can be activated at the same time. How often I will use the ultrasonic mode, I don't know. I only had problems with mice once. And sure, if I had this device back then, we could have gotten rid of them instead of them chewing through our backpacks in search of food. Lucky for me, it wasn't my backpack, but a friend of mine. The EMR10 is not only a mosquito repellent or an ultrasonic device. If you don't need those two functions, you can use it as a power bank to charge your phone or other devices with it. Just plug it into the USB-C and you're good to go. The OLED display will show you the number of watts output and the remaining time. The 10,000 mAh is good enough for at least 2 charges of an iPhone. If it is nice to have, yep, but not the reason to bring it, I believe. The reason to bring it is to be used as a repellent or an ultrasonic device, not as a power bank. But a nice to have feature? Yep. 5 noticeable features on the EMR10 is: number 1, it is IPX5 rated. Number 2, it has heat protection to protect you and your gear from the heat. Number 3, it has a lock mode so that you don't accidentally turn it on in your backpack. Number 4, it uses the same size repellent mats as Thermacell, so both can be used. Number 5, you can't charge the EMR10 and at the same time use it as an ultrasonic or a mosquito repellent device. So now to the question, is it worth buying, or should you buy the classic, the Thermacell MR300 instead? Well, the MR300 is lighter, only 185 grams charged with a butane bottle, and it is easy to bring just one more bottle and a few more pads if you want more than 12 hours of protection, and it doesn't add much to the weight. One butane bottle weighs in at 30 grams and the pads only 2 grams. If you want to do the same with the EMR10, you need to bring one additional power bank, and that adds a lot to the weight. On the positive side, butane is expensive, electricity is not, so it will save you a little bit of money. Both have the same active ingredients, so both will work equally good when it comes to repelling mosquitoes. So which one to choose, I would say, is of course up to you, but if you feel the need of all the 3 features this one has, the mosquito repelling function, the ultrasonic, and to be used as a power bank, the choice is of course easy. So, which one would you choose? Which one is the better choice? Leave a comment and tell us all about it. But for now, this is it, and if you liked today's episode, take a look at these 2 recommendations on my other videos. Also do hit like, subscribe and turn on the notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. I hope to see you again next week, but for now, take care, safe hiking and bye-bye.